I just got to play this because we were playing it before the thing, and it's absolutely crazy. Obviously, there is a case of Ebola that has been, or a patient in Texas who has Ebola. He did not contract Ebola in this country. As of yet, no one has contracted Ebola in this country. It is infectious, but it is not contagious in the sense that
it's not through the air.
Right.
Passed on through the air, except for if you're on Fox, where they tell you that.
Indeed. Well, apparently, here is a clip from Fox's Andrea Tantaros, who is on that Stuck in the Middle show or whatever it is, Surrounded.
I think Bill Maher.
Oh, Outnumbered. Okay.
Bill Maher put it smartly the other night, or for people that think Elizabeth Hasselbeck is too intellectual.
That's right. And
Andrea Tantaros.
And here she is explaining how, I don't know, somehow she managed to get Obama taking a vacation into this as well. But here is her discussing the problem with African Ebola patients.
Well, I talked with Dr. Siegel, who's part of our medical aid team here, and he says that in any regard, whether they're looking for Ebola, the flu, or whatever, you always, when somebody comes in who presents certain symptoms to the ER, you always ask them where they were recently. He said, so this was incompetence. And what he wants to know is, where's the accountability now? Are we going to hear that people are going to be fired at that hospital, so on and so forth?
I think we know that we can't rely on people for human intelligence. We can't. And there's going to be breakdowns.
Cliff, I just want you to note that. You cannot rely on people for human intelligence.
Much better to rely on satellites for human intelligence.
That's right.
Okay.
Continue.
Because humans are going to have failures. We saw they let him out of this hospital and he exposed himself to children. So Harris, I don't think we can trust them to give us the accurate information. We may see people getting on flights saying they haven't come in contact with anybody, and maybe they have because they want treatment in the U.S. We are not equipped to handle this. And at the time when we should be preparing, the president was dancing in Martha's Vineyard and assuring us that this would never happen. I'll say it before, I'll say it again. In these countries, they do not believe in traditional medical care. So someone could get off a flight and seek treatment from a witch doctor who practices Santeria. This is a bigger fear. We're hoping that they come to the hospitals in the U.S. They might not.
All right.
All right. Now, Cliff.
Let me put this all together so I get it. So you get Ebola, and you say to yourself, I'm going to get on a flight and go all the way to the United States to see a witch doctor who practices Santeria. Is that the correct understanding of the statement that imbecile just made?
Well, I think more or less, but I think it probably goes more like this. I'm going to go on the big metal bird that will take me to the world of where all the witch doctors
flap its
live.
wings to take me to the new
also
world.
known as America. I mean, first off, the idea that they don't believe in traditional medical care, it really is just a function of the fact that they don't have the resources, and that's why the U.S. government is attempting to provide those resources. But I will say this, that you did get right. You cannot, you certainly cannot rely on Andrea Tantaros for human intelligence.
No.
Hold on. Let's let somebody from weigh in.
I'm dancing. Don't bother me. The roof's on fire. Let the motherfucker burn. Ebola outbreak.
There you go.
It's a house party on Martha's Vineyard. You realize I love that she had to add. I just have to break in. Not only are we going to go with this witch doctor garbage, but it's not just that the president was on vacation, blah, blah, blah. He was dancing.
That's right.
That was actually right before he played basketball.
I was going to say, it's too bad she couldn't work in there.
If I could fit in the Ebola crisis in between the ball game, I'll do it.
Before basketball and after being lazy and laying on a hammock.
There you go.
Before collecting a welfare check.
There's watermelon at the Ebola meeting?
No, there isn't. There's just a watermelon-flavored toothpaste.
Oh, yeah. That we didn't even talk about that.
Fried chicken and ISIS? Done.
All right. Let's get to... I just had to play that because it was just...
No, you do, because she's an imbecile, and that's what Fox News does. And
I'm really starting to think... I'm really starting to think that the business plan for that Outnumbered show is just to get like YouTube hits. I think, with their stupidness.